My father-in-law let my 9-year-old ride the mower alone, then stitched the cut himself so I'd never find out. So at his birthday dinner I asked my son to roll up his sleeve for the toast. The cut was 3 weeks old before I saw it. Caleb was in the bath, and I noticed the line running down his left forearm. Pink, raised, closed with a row of tiny black knots that had gone crusty at the edges. 6 of them. Neat. Too neat. Buddy, what happened to your arm? He looked at the water. I fell. On what? Just fell. I dried him off, put him to bed, and went to find my wife. Rachel, did you know Caleb has stitches? She frowned. He scraped it at Dad's. Your dad cleaned it up. Cleaned it up. Those are sutures, Rachel. Somebody sewed our son. Dad was a field medic. He knows what he's doing. That's not the point. But she was already tired of it, already turning off the lamp. It's healing fine. Don't make it a thing. So I made it quiet instead. The next afternoon, I picked Caleb up early and drove us to get ice cream. Just the 2 of us. I let him get 2 scoops. Then in the parking lot, engine off, I said, I'm not mad at you. I will never be mad at you. But I need you to tell me how you really cut your arm. His chin started going. Grandpa said if I told, you'd never let me come over again. That's not true. I promise. What happened? He let me drive the mower, the big one, by myself. The words came fast now. He said I was old enough, and I hit the fence, and it kicked up, and something cut me, and there was a lot of blood, and Grandpa said don't cry, we can fix it, and he got his kit, and he told me to bite the towel. He told you to bite a towel, so I wouldn't scream and Grandma wouldn't hear. I sat there holding a melting cone, and I did not let my face move. Did it hurt when he did the stitches? A lot. He gave me a popsicle after. He said it was our secret, and secrets are how men show they're strong. I wiped his mouth. I told him he was the bravest kid I knew, and I told him one more secret was okay, just one. Don't tell Grandpa we talked. Can you do that? He nodded, solemn as a judge. His birthday was that Saturday. Steak, the whole family, Rachel's sisters, the cousins, my father-in-law Dale at the head of the table like a king. 61 and proud of it. Dale, who'd carried a med bag in the service and never let anyone forget it. I waited until the plates were cleared and Rachel's sister was pouring the wine and someone said, speech. I stood up, I raised my glass. I want to say something about Dale. He grinned, leaned back, ready to be adored. Dale's a capable man. Steady hands. When there's a problem, he handles it himself. Doesn't ask for help, doesn't call anybody, just takes care of it. I looked down the table. Caleb, come here a second, bud. Roll up your sleeve for me. The grin held, but his eyes flicked at Caleb. Caleb walked over. I pushed his sleeve to the elbow and turned his arm so the whole table could see the pink line and the knots. 3 weeks ago, Dale let a 9-year-old drive a riding mower alone. The blade threw something and opened his arm. And instead of taking him to a hospital, instead of calling his parents, Dale sewed him shut on the workbench and told him to bite a towel so his grandmother wouldn't hear him scream. The room had gone completely silent. Rachel's fork was frozen halfway up. Dale's face went white, then red. Now that is, he embellishes, he's a kid, it was a scratch. 6 sutures is not a scratch. I set a folded paper on the table and slid it toward him. That's the report from Caleb's pediatrician. She examined it Thursday. She documented an untreated laceration closed by an unlicensed person and no tetanus prophylaxis on a minor. She's a mandated reporter, Dale. She already filed. You called CPS on family. You operated on my son in a garage and made him promise not to tell his father. You told him secrets are how men prove they're strong. I picked up my glass again. So here's my toast. To the strongest man at this table. I looked at Caleb, who was pressing into my side. He told me anyway. Rachel was standing now, both hands over her mouth, staring at her father like she'd never seen him. Dale opened his mouth. Nothing came out. I set the wine down full, took my son's hand, and we walked out to the car while the whole family sat there looking at the empty chair at the head of the table.